Hey everyone, it's me, Psychedelic Babe, and this video is focusing on the 55 gallon that I've got in my kitchen. Now you all know this tank because I had Dolly the frontosa in here, and it was a couple of days while it was empty. I went to the fish shop and I got myself a fish. Now I did do a little teaser video last night and showed you my new Oscar, and a few of you noticed a few of the little tiny fish that were in there, and I was glad that you spotted them because it gave me a chance to do the video that I'm doing now. Now, as well as them little tiny fish that you're seeing, there's also a new occupant in the tank, which I'll be going into a bit more detail after I've told you the story behind my Oscar. Now, when I went to the fish shop yesterday and I picked up my new Oscar, I was quite devastated because when I looked in the tank and seen him, I knew I had to buy him. And he was all happy and jolly and swimming around, so I brought him home. Now, I've already moved the filter that I had at this side of the tank, you might remember, and I replaced it with this hang on the back filter, which is now hang on the side filter. And I noticed something really strange. My happy-go-lucky Oscar in the shop wasn't so happy-go-lucky anymore. He was just lying on the bottom of the tank. And it was breaking my heart seeing him like this, because when he was in the fish shop he was all happy and swimming and he was looking at me as if to say, take me home. And then when I get him home, this is how he was behaving. So I was quite upset, and I went to my other fish shop and he had a tank full of baby Convict Cichlids, and he asked me if I wanted a few of them for free, and well, obviously they're for free. I'm not going to say no. I know as much as the next person that Oscars love live feed. What better than baby convicts? These baby convicts are actually about 3 centimetres in size. I swear they are so tiny. So I was expecting, as soon as I put them in the tank, that my Oscar would do the natural thing and try and chase them and eat them, and it didn't happen. Now, these little convicts are actually quite curious. They go and buy the Oscar and they seemed fine. So I thought the next stage has to be the inevitable. I have to do a water check. So I got the API master test kit out and I did my water check. My pH was at 7.4, which was quite fine. My ammonia, wait for it, now this is the important one, it is yellow. It looks as if it's not, but it is actually yellow. It could be like, just say 0.1 or 0.2, but yeah, that's my ammonia. Now, just so that you can see in the light, it does actually look different when you look at it in different lights. Now, my nitrite, it's a 0, as always, and my nitrate was showing between 10 and 20 parts per million. So that was telling me that the water in my tank was fine. So what was wrong with my Oscar? It was just baffling me. It was heartbreaking just seeing him lying at the bottom of the tank. So I got in touch with Brian Pickens at Brian's Pets, links in the description below, and he suggested that I turn the lights off. So that was the next thing to do, and hopefully by turning the lights off you get to meet my next new occupant of the tank. Now, the next new occupant of the tank is my Asian upside down catfish. Now, he is so reclusive and so hard to get on video. For some strange reason, every time I press record, he stops. He stops what he's doing, he runs, he gets back behind this filter, and he doesn't move. Now, he looks really cool at the minute because I've got the light on my phone on, so it's showing up his eyes so you can't see that he's there. So I decided this was it for the night. I'm just going to leave the tank and see what happens. Hopefully when I get up in the morning everything will be fine and fish will be hopefully back to normal. So here we are the next morning. I'm just getting ready to turn on the lights on the tank, and I noticed that my Asian upside down catfish is actually out and about and he's playing around, and I thought, well, I've got to try and get some footage of him because I've got this feeling that I'm not going to get to see him very much. Now, as you can see, he's jet black, and I mean jet black. He's got a few little tiny silver speckles on his side, and he is just so fabulously good looking. Now, this picture really doesn't do him any justice because you can't see him. So here's a few close-ups of him. Now, as I said, as soon as I press record, he just stops dead. And that's what he's doing here. He's, you know, living up to his name. Now, I just wish he wasn't so shy. So then I took my attention after putting the light on and noticed he started swimming around, which really did please me. So I got this footage of him swimming around in the tank. Now, you don't actually get to see him swimming upside down, which is quite disappointing because when he does it, it's so fun to watch. But he is so fast. Excuse me. Now, my Oscar hasn't paid any interest in him whatsoever, so they seem to be getting along really well. Now, the baby convicts, as I reported, there was 10 when I first put them in the tank. Now, my Oscar has picked up a hell of a lot overnight, and there is only now 6 of them in the tank. So it looks to me like my Oscar's had a bit of a feed in the night. Now watch my catfish go. See, straight off, back down behind his filter, and he'll stay there now till the lights go off. And he's quite happy. He's not in anybody's way. He's not bothering any of the other fish. And he just seems quite happy and content being stuck behind the filter. So yeah, I'm happy with my Asian catfish, and I'm also really happy with my Oscar. So thanks a lot, Brian, for your great advice. It worked, and it picked my Oscar up a treat. Now, he did mention to me as well that Oscars can be like really grumpy and they have their moments. Well, I've noticed that feeding my Oscar is quite entertaining because he will beg for his food. And I've also noticed that when he's doing his little dance, when I go near the tank, if I don't give him his food, he will go and sulk in the corner. So it's like having a little child in a tank, but it's just so entertaining to watch. So there you have it. There's my little tale about how I acquired these fish and how well they're getting along in the tank. Hopefully the little baby convicts will all get eaten by the time they get to juvenile size, because I don't really fancy having 6 or 8 convicts flying around the tank with my Oscar. It could end up a little bit disastrous. So as soon as these little convicts get to about half an inch, I'll probably sell them on if there's any of them left. I'm hoping there won't be any left. I'm hoping that he will enjoy the rest of them. He's enjoyed some of them so far. They are cute though. They are super cute, I've got to admit that. But what fry aren't cute? It's when they grow up. That's when the problems start. And having a few of them and my Oscar and my Asian catfish in the tank, it just isn't going to be a good combination at all. Now, this is quite a big 55 gallon. It's quite long. It's not as deep as your usual 55s, but it's a lot longer. Now, I'm beginning to toy with the idea of when these convicts go, will I have enough room for another Oscar? Now, I've read everywhere that you can only keep one Oscar in a 55 gallon. So I'm thinking, could I possibly get another one in here? I mean, I've only got the one fish in here and the catfish, which I'm never going to see. So the only fish that's going to be in here is my Oscar. So to me, personally, it looks like I've got room for another one. And then if things, like in 6 months' time, do get a bit tits up, I know I can always take one of them out. So if you've got any thoughts on that, then please do let me know in the comment section below. Right, so that's the end of my video. That's my 55 gallon, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. All I need you to do now is help me decide on a name for my Oscar. So if you can think of a really cool name, then please do leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. So from me, my Oscar, my 55 gallon, have a wonderful evening and have a great start to the week. I hope your weather is brilliant. I hope it's better than what I've been having. And yeah, have a great week. So from me, Psychedelic Babe, have a good one. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave me a comment below. Thanks, bye.